Well, I'm extremely excited to offer this. As I mentioned earlier, we view this as our community service as a part of the 75th to provide opportunities. Not only and by the way, the training session has three pillars. It involves leadership development training, entrepreneurial training, which is the focus, and at the end of that, we're going to provide mentorship training and mentorship opportunities for participants. We will offer, it's all online via Zoom. The goal of the training is to provide training that will help, and I want our audience to really grasp this concept. Our goal is to train ordinary people to do extraordinary things in their communities rather. And you do that by participants will identify a problem in the community, and it's a community problem, a large enough problem within the community, provide a resolution for that problem, and then find and identify potential customers that have a desire for that service. And Brother Brown, what does that equal? If you're able to do those three things and do those three things effectively, what you're offering is a business opportunity. You're offering a business opportunity that provides service to the community that you're in and beyond where you are. And so the goal is to develop entrepreneurs to go back and provide services to those communities, services that they desire, by the way. And what a rich environment to do that. Coming out of a COVID environment, everything in the future has already changed and are changing. This is a field of nothing but opportunities for entrepreneurs to go in and identify those problems and provide solutions and find customers that are willing to pay for that service. So in that 8-week training session, and oh, by the way, this is well before the 75th starts. We wanted to engage in that training, complete it before the week of the 75th, so that during the 75th, a board of members from Epsilon chapter, other entrepreneurs from the community will hear the presentation of those business plans from our participants. They will select and award selected members of those who are presenting. And the goal is that award will be a monetary award in an amount to help those new entrepreneurs open the doors to those new businesses. So our concept is not just to tickle the mind with the training, but we're wanting at the outset, we're wanting a business plan that at the end of the 75th start a process to where people are opening the doors in the first time. Another thing that's very important to us, Paul, is we don't want to do the training and then set the young people out to start a business and let go of their hands. That's where the mentoring piece come in. Brothers from Epsilon chapter have already volunteered to be mentors for these young people. Every participant, and we're anticipating between 20 and 30 members, participants. All of these individuals have an opportunity to engage with a mentor after the training, so that, and these are entrepreneurs, and these entrepreneurs will help these individuals understand the intricacy of not only starting those business up, but how to keep that business going within the future and improving and developing those businesses. And then the last piece is the leadership development piece. Now that will be interwove into the entrepreneurship training where we see fit. That topic is very, very much related, And in the 8 weeks, we will select certain weeks where we'll bring in the leadership development training. Leadership and mentoring is happening at Benedict College, and he's not online with us today. Dr. Leon Jeter is helping with that to connect us with the two organizations on campus already that are providing leadership development training and mentorship training. The idea then, again, is just like Jonathan was mentioning earlier, and we were talking about having this as a service for the 75th. This is our connection with Benedict College. We want to come in and show them and partner with them to help improve what they already have going on in the way of leadership development, entrepreneurship training. We're connected with the business department. In a couple of weeks, we'll go down for a second visit to do some further coordination with that group. So again, we can at the outset not only mentorship training. We'll talk a little bit more in the coming sessions with you, Paul, about internships, connecting Benedict with corporate environment, with the federal government. And Jonathan and I have some connection, and other brothers within the chapter, to where we're going to set up formal internship program once we get agreement with Benedict College, so that, again, it's not only the training we're providing. We want to continue with them in the mentorship concept, and then well beyond that, take them into a relationship where they're connecting with corporate and federal government to put into action opportunities for members of the college to link with federal government and corporate in an internship type environment. So after that event, obviously the goal then is to hopefully some hiring actions will take place.
I know this is great. Oh, great.
Can I add one thing real quick? There are internships that we are starting. In fact, Benedict College has their business incubator. Robert and I will work with them in the next semester, and we're working through the approval processes. Beginning next semester, both Robert's company and my company are going to sponsor some local internships, construction management, doing business with government, so that would teach them how the process of how you bid contracts and how you identify opportunities. We're doing a risk management internship where they'll learn enterprise through operational risk management, and they'll be required as a graduation event to become certified in operations risk management, and eventually RIMS and CRMP certified. So we've got some things that we're going to be doing that will involve, and if the Lord blesses us with some of the projects that we're bidding, we'll bring some of those young people in, and they'll actually get hands-on experience as we go through the process of executing those contracts. So those are some things that we're hoping to have initiated next semester.
Now, being an entrepreneur is a great opportunity, a great investment in your life. How do you get past that fear that a lot of people have of becoming that entrepreneur to being a successful entrepreneur?
Yeah. Paul, that's an excellent question. And one of the things that is different about the training that I will deliver is just that. I studied business at the undergrad level. I went into education at the master's degree. And my doctoral program, my dissertation is career development for the senior executive service members of the federal government. And so one of the things that I will be talking about differently is to take away this stigma that you need a lot of money to start a business. Number two, you need to be in a network of established people in order to be able to get started and get moving. And then that you need this grand concept. I mean, everybody is not going to be the next executive of Google. And unfortunately, most time, that's where our mindset is. We think we have to do it so big at the beginning until most of us don't start. Well, in this 8 weeks of training, I will present entrepreneurs that will explain to our participants and explain their journeys of starting a business with less than $500 in showing them that they took $500 and today operating a $6 million business. And then we'll talk a lot about those things that we know to be true. Minorities don't always get the financial support that they need from our banking system, so that they, once they start their business, they continue to be able to move forward. Well, part of that talk will be showing us that there is, and for us, we have to understand if that is a reality, and it is, then we have to figure out ways how to get around that. And with the sessions that I'll be talking about, and the support from the entrepreneurs that are out there doing business today, we'll show them that when one door is closed, for an example, Paul, and my company is a perfect example. I have a human resource company. When COVID-19 started, then the human service part, people were trying to feed themselves. They could not focus on additional training and development. So I pivot. Because one of the things I tell them during the course is you have to look for opportunities. When your business slow down, there's a second door that's opening, and you got to learn to walk into it. Well, I walked into that door, and guess what? I have not provided much in the way of professional development training and human resource training much during the COVID period, but that business has thrived. And this is what I want to demonstrate, not only talk to them about, but use my own personal experiences, the experiences of the entrepreneurs that we will bring on with us, to show them that if your mind is open and that you're willing to pivot, then none of these traditional myths, minority businesses don't get financed. You need a lot of money to start a business. More than 90%, 75, 80% of the businesses will close within the first 3 to 5 years. Those things are true, but we'll talk to you in this course about how to get past those barriers so that you can not only open your business, but you will make sure that your business doors doesn't close until you're ready to turn that business over to another family member or someone of interest to you.
Now, the mentoring programs that y'all have, why is this so important in our society today?
So
go ahead, John.
I'll start and then let Robert finish. Let's go back to our basic fundamentals of what we learned when we were pledging Omega Psi Phi. Uplift is critical. Lifting as we climb, that motto, that's critical. But the one thing that we can go back to is, if we look over our lives, many of us, not all of us, but many of us have been blessed to have folk who poured into our lives some of the stuff we didn't understand, but we understand it now. At pivot points in our lives, the Lord has placed people in our paths that helped us on our journey to continue our success. For those of us who have received that help, no matter how it came, no matter in what form it came, we have an obligation to look back and see if we can help these young folk. Because if we do, I'm 60 years old, Robert's and I are same age, basically. We've got all these experiences in life. What mentoring does is we allow these folk not to have to go through those same stumbling blocks and that same time path that we went through, but we're able to warp speed them forward to where we are, so that it becomes a better launching path for them, and they're able to move forward at a younger age, much smarter, armed with all of the information and experience we can provide. And with that commitment, if you're going to mentor somebody, you've got to be able to walk them through those stumbling blocks to help them find their path, as well as help them find the resources that would help them be successful. None of us can do this by ourselves. All of us need someone to help us. And it's just an obligation we're fulfilling, Paul.